Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Even the Scales. I hope you're all doing well today and thank you for clicking on this video. So today on my channel, I am going to run through what has taken place over the past couple of days regarding the MK Ultra mind control that my community has been carrying out on me. If this is the first time you have heard anything about my story, I'm going to take you through what's been going on in just a moment. And I'm also going to kind of like recap what's been going on over the past year. First of all, though, I would like to acknowledge the Dharawal people, who are the true custodians of this land that I bring you these messages on today. I would also like to pay respect to elders past and present, and I would also like to extend my respect to all Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Islander people who are watching today. So for those of you who are not aware, if you haven't watched any of my videos in the past, my family and a large majority of my community have been carrying out something called MK Ultra mind control on me for the last couple of years. However, this all intensified towards the end of last year after I had wrote a letter to the police force explaining how I had been treated by the police and how poorly they had responded to my calls for help over the past 9 years during the time that I spent in a domestic violent relationship. The police made many mistakes in how they responded to my calls for help, and domestic violence is a huge problem in this country. MK Ultra is a tactic used to psychologically abuse an individual. So it's something that's carried out by a very large group of people on one person to psychologically torture them. So that's what my community and police have been doing to me. The police have teamed up with various other organisations and certain community members, as well as my family, to carry all this out. The police have not only protected my abusers, they have also been protecting a pedophile who was living in the community that I reported back in 2020. I happen to have family members in the police force, and the reason that I haven't been able to receive any justice is because of these family members who have, for their own personal reasons, wanted to obstruct justice from taking place for me. They've had some kind of personal issue with me, and that's where it's all stemmed from. Also, the justice system actually made mistakes and allowed my family to steal a large inheritance from me. So it's all these mistakes that have been made by the justice system that they are trying to keep quiet, and the police just do not want to take accountability for any of it. So rather than do that, they would rather take me out. And the whole idea of carrying out MK Ultra is for the person to either give up on their life altogether because they just feel so hopeless, or to have me committed to a mental health ward. One or the other. None of it's worked though. As I said, this has been going on for a couple of years and it's been really intense for the last 7 months. They're trying to get a reaction out of me. They're trying to get a mental health episode out of me, and it's never going to happen. I have to protect myself, as the police in my town won't help me. As I said, they're involved in this, and they're one of the main groups that have been carrying out the psychological abuse. I was also admitted to the hospital for 5 weeks as an involuntary mental health patient earlier this year, which was all set up by my community as well. I don't think I was ever meant to come out of that hospital. I don't know how I made it out, and I thank God every day that I did. So all the staff at the hospital were involved in that, the doctors, the nurses, and they had also set up many fake patients in the hospital as well to carry out this abuse on me. Also, the mental health team that I was meant to follow up with through the public system after I got out of hospital, they were all involved in it as well. All they wanted to do was keep me from healing and to cause me more psychological abuse. So as I said, there's many organisations involved in this, including sectors of my local council as well. They have also been involved in the stalking and abuse. There's actually thousands of people that have been involved in this. The main weapon they use against me is transport and noise. Any noisy vehicle at all that they can find, or any item that they can find with a motor, they will use to create noise, including power tools. The idea is to create stress and anxiety. Even light planes, jumbo jets and trains have been used in this, and the planes that fly over actually do something with the motor to make the motor sound as if the aeroplane is going to crash. This is even jumbo jets have been doing this, just to cause anxiety. I have a bug in my home. They watch in my home as well from the outside. And my phone has also been hacked by many people. So I've had absolutely no privacy for a very long time. They hear me wake up in the early hours of the morning, and they will have a trail bike, trucks and noisy cars waiting, ready to start creating unnecessary noise. But they've been doing this for 7 months, and by doing this, they have actually been infringing on the noise restrictions that are meant to be followed in a community such as this. They are also infringing on the air pollution legislation as well. And this is something that's happened over the past 2 mornings since I spoke on my last video. They have continued to violate the noise restrictions in the early hours of the morning, 3:30 to 4 a.m. They have also been constantly sending noisy traffic into this street, which is meant to only be a moderately busy street, but it's been like Pitt Street for the last 7 months. A lot of my neighbours are also involved, not all of them, but a lot of them are. They have been using a lot of power tools constantly to add to the noise, just to deliberately try and get an angry outburst out of me, which is never going to happen. I have also heard people abusing their children and their animals to make them cry, to deliberately cause me anxiety, because the community know that I care a great deal about animal welfare and child welfare, and I also care about the environment. So the pollution they're creating and these kind of things, abusing children and animals, is all being done to try and cause me extra stress, which is absolutely disgusting to me. So as I mentioned, there's been a lot of air traffic, a ridiculous amount of air traffic, particularly the last couple of days, from light planes and large jumbo jets. One after the other have been flying over the area over the last couple of days. There has been long periods of time where there has hardly been a moment when there has not been the roar of a jet engine in the sky. That's how bad it has been. The sky was never this busy around here before this started up 7 months ago. All this is obviously impacting the community in a really big way because of how long it's been going on now. The pollution would be causing breathing issues to those with breathing problems, not to mention the damage that it's causing to the environment. We are supposed to be cutting down on carbon emissions right now, not adding to them. It's like this town's gone backwards in a very big way. The noise would also be affecting people's sleep patterns. I can't imagine what it would be like for people with small babies or for shift workers to try and get sleep. It's also affecting people's stress levels and people's concentration, including children's. So MK Ultra mind control, as I said, is a form of psychological torture. It's like spiritually trying to take someone's life without actually having to hurt them physically. So it's bullying on a large scale. They've isolated me and they've made sure that I have absolutely no help from anyone at all in my community. Any service that I have turned to for help, and almost every single business that I have used for at least the past year has been involved in this. Whoever is coordinating this abuse watches everything I do on my phone, so they will intercept the service or business that I want to use and either bribe the people of the business to cause me challenges. But I also believe that a lot of the people that are involved in this are a part of a huge network of people, say for instance a cult. It's like they have people in every organisation to make something like this work. I'm definitely not the first one that this has happened to either. I can't believe how many cruel people are willing to be a part of something like this. It's really opened my eyes up to just how many cruel people there are in the world. So the businesses that have caused me challenges do it in different ways, such as causing problems with my deliveries. They'll create delays in any way that they can, or they won't answer my calls or get back to me with calls that they say they are going to get back to me with. If I search a product online, sometimes it'll be removed from the shelf before I even get there. I've noticed certain products that I like and have used have actually disappeared from the shelves over the past 7 months as a result of this. Sometimes staff will just be rude to me and be pleasant to every other customer. Or sometimes they'll put calls over a PA system, or they will play certain music in the store as well, just to psychologically abuse me. Whoever's doing this has a really, really sick, warped mind too, just from what I've experienced. Very, very sick person. I'm being stalked by tens of people, at least 100 every time I go out. People will try and get close to me when I go out just to try and mock things that I do or say. They will mock my mannerisms, or they will say things that I have said in my home, in the privacy of my own home. I've also had people try and cause me car accidents on the road for the past 7 months every time I have left the house. Because my family have abandoned me as a part of this deliberately, they will cause psychological abuse by stalking me with people like mothers and daughters, people that look like my family, children that are my grandchildren's age, all happy couples as well, just to make me feel like, yeah, I have no one. The first thing that they took away from me was my grandchildren, because they knew that was the one thing that I loved the most. And as I said, my family have stolen from me, so this is why this is being done. There's also charity organisations involved in this as well. I also want to say too, before I move on to other things, that my family have actually tried to take my life in the past as well, using things like car accidents, set up car accidents, as well as poisoning me a few times, but I've just been lucky that I've made it through. The police and certain people that live around me also tried to frame me for several different things as well, set me up for crimes. Some people that live around me have also put in false reports to my landlord. I've had my car vandalized twice, and I've also had an attempted break-in at my home. They don't have to break in anymore though, because they actually just let themselves into my home when I'm not here. They have either gotten hold of a key or they are coming in through the roof of my home. When I go for a walk, they will send cars and trucks, usually cars and trucks that have pollution problems, to stalk me on my walk, just to make my walk noisy and unpleasant. And I have to keep speaking out about this and making these videos just to protect my home and my foundation right now. Because as I said, I have no help from the police at all. They are actually one of the main culprits doing the stalking. They have stalked me every day for the past 7 months using their siren on and off all day, every day. And that's just to remind me that they're not there to help. It's to psychologically abuse me. I haven't been able to let my guard down for the past few years at all with all this going on. And I am basically a political prisoner right now. There are members of my council involved in this, and there are also high-ranking politicians involved in this as well. So I am actually a psychic channeler, and I would love to be able to start up a channel where I just focus on bringing my messages and helping others to heal from narcissistic abuse. That's what I hope to do in the future. But this is what my family and my community do not want me to do. So this has a lot to do with why they are doing what they are doing as well. So I'm going to leave it there today. It's basically just a recap of everything that has happened over the past year. And I will talk to you on the next video. So thank you for listening, guys, and God bless.